Welcome to this week's Foundation Friday. I am joined today by Jenny Brongo and Rhonda Sanfilippo. We're here today to talk about Homesteads for Hope. Thank you for joining me, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great to have you on here. I loved hearing about your program and looking forward to sharing your story with our equipment finance audience. So, I guess Jenny, do you mind just kind of introducing Homesteads for Hope or Homestead for Hope? By the end of this, hopefully I get it right.
It's okay. Well, my name is Jenny and I'm a sister to autism, and I founded a concept here in Rochester, New York, called Homesteads for Hope Community Farm to serve young adults with autism and other intellectual and developmental disabilities with a place to learn, a place to work, a place to someday live, and a place to grow their purpose while cultivating a new community of inclusion. Everyone has a person in their life that they know that has a child with autism or with a disability. And we're not talking about the future of what it's like as an adult and caring for an adult with a person with a disability. So Homesteads for Hope was founded on that basis. My brother with autism, what we were going to do after we graduated school, the safety net that we had with the school district. You thought it was going to continue. We thought we'd have a day program, a group home, all those traditional thoughts, especially here in New York State, they're not guaranteed. There's waiting lists. They're not building any more group homes. The federal government and our Medicaid program, it's failing us. We can't be able to provide livable wages to be care and to represent our families as we would in the future. So early on, I took my brother to a nearby farm and I found sanctuary. I found hope. I found peace for a young man who had a very small attention span. He could only do tasks maybe 5 to 10 minutes at a time. We spent over 2 hours at a family farm down the street from our house. And I remember Googling farms for autism. And I thought, I can't be the only one that ever came up with this. And lo and behold, there are intentional built communities serving people with disabilities on farms or some form of agriculture purpose all across the country, but nothing like it exists in New York State. So I think the very next day, I told my mother, my brother's going to be a farmer and he should go down to this farm and have a purpose. And that's exactly what we did 8 years ago. We also have new terminology that we're using in the trade, and it's called care farming. For those you represent, I think that is something everyone should look up, the Care Farming Network, and realize that these concepts of farms, caring for different populations all across the country, right in your own neighborhoods, are building and developing it and shaping our future for agriculture and shaping the next generation of farmers. And they could be veterans, they could be people with disabilities, they could be our city youth, but we're really developing something large. So it's very important for us here in New York to be able to have the backing of the Care Farming Network and to develop this concept over time. One thing that is unique about Homesteads, we are a beautiful 55-acre farm located west of Rochester, New York, near the Finger Lakes region. We sit on the wide waters of the historic Erie Canal. A lot of people would say maybe, oh, that's a lot for your organization, but we've created an inclusive, open to the public venue where people can truly come and have a second family. And that's actually how I met Rhonda here.
Isn't she incredible?
Perfect. Thank you for that story, and thank you for that background, Jenny. So, Rhonda, I guess how did you guys meet? Like, how did you get involved with Homesteads?
Jesse, it actually goes back to my involvement with inclusion committees with our industry association, and I had to do some research. And I came across a video post about Homesteads for Hope and found out that it was right in my backyard. It's in my hometown. So I was pretty excited to learn about that. And, I drive by and I noticed the developments. It was an agricultural farm that I have childhood memories of picking strawberries with my mom. It continues to be an agricultural farm, but now with the mission of Homesteads for Hope. So I said I had to get involved. And when I retired, I did get involved. And I've come to learn something that was remarkable. There is an estimate that in the next decade, 1 million adults, particularly young adults, will be coming into society, and they will be seeking inclusive communities and residential living. And that's staggering. We're not prepared for that. It's a social pivot. So to me, that was a whole nother element of DEI. Actually, to me, it's more disruption than DEI, which I know is something that's very true to your heart. And I've come to name it in my own head, the inclusion intrusion. And with equipment finance, we know, our industry equips businesses to operate and to grow through finance. And actually, they're enabling nonprofits like Homesteads for Hope to build these communities, to serve the communities, and to rise and answer the call to build inclusive living. And I couldn't be more proud of it.
Perfect. Thank you for sharing. So Jenny, when donations come into Homesteads for Hope, like where do those dollars go?
Well, we spend every penny very efficiently. Homesteads for Hope in our 8th year, we serve over 600 families. That includes over 100 full-time apprentices, students in our programs. We have 18 full-time staff, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it is. It is for us, as well as we have over about 600 volunteer hours every season. And we have a budget of a little less than $1 million in operating to do what we do. And 80% of that goes to payroll to run our programs to serve 600 families. Additionally, we receive a lot of in-kind support. We're actually sitting in a new building that was just completed called the Forever Homestead Community Center. This was a lot of built by contractors and donated goods and furniture and equipment to get this done. So equally, if it's not funding dollars and donations and grants, we get a lot of in-kind support. And so we're always looking for other opportunities to keep the gift of giving. We have 2 tractors, we have 2 RTVs, we have tons of tools, and we're always looking more to make an efficient farming operation that is accessible and inclusive to all. A fun story is 2 years ago, we entered a contest through Kubota International. Since we own a Kubota tractor, this contest came through my email, and it says, in 250 words or less, tell us how you make your hometown proud. And I wrote just that, 250 words of how Homesteads for Hope makes our community proud. And we won a national contest with Kubota International. We came in first place out of 900 applicants across the nation, and we won $200,000 from Kubota International. And we got an RTV out of it. So that was tremendous. I mean, that is the type of support that is make or break. And if we didn't get that support and funding, we wouldn't be able to be sitting in this place that we are today, which is this community center that we built that is just extremely important to us. And our future endeavors, we have a historic property. Everything is built in the 1800s or 1900s, and we're renovating everything. That's a big task of mine right now for year end, is raising $1 million so that we can have a community center on a farm in Rochester, New York, which has winter, to be able to have program classrooms, heated spaces, accessibility 12 months a year. And then our future endeavors is, of our 55 acres, 30 acres is designated for 30 acres of residential housing. And that right now I have a map, and it's potentially showing we can build 110 tiny homes or modular homes, new style construction, and serving over 350 people through the available rooms. So the future is bright. And our program is very unique here in New York, and it's very unique for other care farms because they're real farms, and we're putting this residential component in it because everyone deserves to have a forever home, and everyone deserves to have a place that they are safe, that they can have forever. And I mean, obviously the numbers show that we have the community support and we're serving a huge need here in Rochester. So your dollars are supporting the people behind the scenes that are also the forefront. And we also are not only training young adults with disabilities to have jobs here at the farm, we're giving them real jobs. So being able to support you, I know I did just see
Sorry,
a kitty.
there's a dog and a cat. They apparently are liking what they're hearing as well. So I guess they want to be a part of this, interview.
When
So
I first came to the farm, I went to the farm store and was greeted by two individuals who I didn't realize that they were apprentices here at the farm. And that's such success story that these individuals, would otherwise be home, maybe doing some painting and, walking around or watching TV. They went through the
yeah,
2-year apprentice program, and now they are holding jobs here as farmers, as cashiers. They're the face of the community. They work, 8 hours a day plus in the farm store, selling produce and making
sure,
coffee and food for the community. And it's just so heartwarming that these individuals were bright and enthusiastic and they felt proud. So what Jenny's giving them is a future. She's teaching them life skills and giving them work skills. So now they can work, earn a paycheck, contribute to society, and live here amongst like people where that now they do have a social circle.
Where otherwise they might not, right? Because there's just not enough services to go around. So homesteads, other care farming models are the future for growing and cultivating people's individualized purpose and inclusion. And that is so important for the future for all.
sure, sure. And then as far as like used equipment, um, you know, equipment finance, off lease inventory, or any of that stuff, do you guys
Uh,
welcome all forms?
all forms, send it over. We have of our 25 acres of our farm, we do 15 acres of organic vegetable production. We're feeding over 300 families per week through our CSA food share, and that's all a part of our programs. I mean, our students are going from greenhouse to harvest to the customer. We're looking always to be able to have in-kind support donations of any construction equipment. I'm the construction equipment guru. If anyone's got a backhoe, send it my way so that I can do my own construction here at the farm, because there's always work to do. And then as on the farming side as well, I mean, there you can't have enough, right? They always say, why does a farm have so many tractors? It's because they're lazy and they don't want to take all the implements off. So please help us do that. So my farmer doesn't have to take all the implements off of our Kubota tractor. But any support that is available, if it's individual giving, if it's corporate giving, it's going to make a difference. It's going to help us meet our milestones. I have a big goal for year 10, and by September 1st, 2026, hopefully we'll be back on, if not sooner, so you can see where we're going and where we've grown to.
There's also corporate and student summer programs to come and volunteer on the farm.
Oh yeah.
It's a great experience.
Seeing where your food comes from, and then working alongside this population who we've assumed for years, oh, they can't talk, or oh, they can't work, or they can't do. We focus on what they can do. And being a part of that is a true experience, and it's for all ages, all abilities, and all walks of life. You should know where your food comes from, and you should know about the farmers here at Homesteads for Hope that are supporting this community.
Perfect. Well, thank you for that. And so the 25 acres, like, are you looking to? I know you have like the 55 today. Like, is this obviously you said these are other farms throughout communities throughout the country? Are you guys looking to do anything else in the community, or it's like, hey, dude, listen, let me finish what I have right now, and then maybe we'll talk about that.
You know, I would say we're not going to stop, but I do know that we're not done as of right now. Building 30 acres of residential housing attached to our current 25-acre farm is going to be a huge endeavor in itself.
Sure.
I don't know if Homesteads for Hope will hit every state in the country. I'm not sure, but I think everyone has their own unique model, their unique need, their unique community. and people can just continue to network with each other through the Care Farming Network to be able to figure out what's best for them. Personally, for me, I want to enjoy what I built with my brother here, and I would love to consult with others to help them build their dreams. That's what I'd like to do.
Perfect. Well, ladies, thank you for sharing. Jenny, thank you for sharing your story
Thank
on
you.
Homesteads for Hope. Excited. Oh, by the way, I'll be remiss if I didn't say this. You have an event coming up at the end of the month. Do you want to
Yes.
talk about that real quick?
Yes, so Homesteads for Hope hosts an annual fundraiser every year, and I truly mean fun. So if you are local to Rochester, New York, we are hosting the Blue Jean Ball on Friday, September 27th. It's unlike anything you've ever attended. We really put the fun in fundraiser. Blue Jean Ball means you may wear your blue jeans. You may wear your sport jacket or a polo. I don't really care. Come to have fun. It offers live music, endless food, bar trailers, a big beer brewing company in our area is Roarbox. They're donating everything for that. And it's going to be a huge event hosted right here on the farm. You can get to see our mission in action. It's our largest fundraiser. We typically bring in over $100,000 to support our programs going into the winter. We'd love to have you attend. We'd love to have your support, and it'd be a great way to get your foot in the door with Homesteads.
Besides, it's the absolute best sunset on the canal view in Rochester.
And you're promising beautiful weather, so how can we go wrong?
Absolutely.
She
Absolutely.
called it. She called
Yes.
it. Okay.
September is a
Well,
beautiful
excellent.
month in Rochester.
It's a beautiful month. It's where you start to see all the out of state people coming and just staring at the leaves. It's the beginning of it.
Yeah.
Well, all right, ladies, I'll make sure I put a hyperlink when I post this so people watching can get more information on that, because I think when we post this video, you're going to have a week. So there's tickets left, donations. Be sure to look those up. But thank you again for your time today. I love kind of the movement that you started, Jenny. Rhonda, it's great connecting again, and
Great.
looking
Thank
forward
you, Jesse.
to this continuing relationship between Homesteads for Hope and Equipment Finance Cares.
We'd enjoy that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.